course, what stands out to me as a Brit is that we don't do it like that. You know, the way that science and religion questions are framed in America is America-specific, except for those places where America has exported its own hang-ups to other parts of the world, which we rather resent. And I mean, I've written about this. In fact, two of the first papers that I gave at Biologos were reflections down that line, trying to understand in terms of American culture why these questions are so toxic in your culture and why people are ready to fly off the handle. And I mean, I've had hate mail just for belonging to Biologos from people who've said, I'd read some of your books and I thought you were a great theologian. Now I see you're in with that crowd and I realize you don't even believe in God. I actually call them on this kind of thing. But clearly there's a deep-seated prejudice on both sides in America. We get a little bit of that from time to time in Britain, but nothing remotely like that. So I think it's been helpful in a funny sort of way. I mean, I hate coming across the Atlantic to tell the Americans they're getting it wrong, but I think it's been helpful for some people in the American circles to be reminded that this is not the only way of doing these issues and that it is culture specific and that we should actually deconstruct it a bit and then lighten up and have the conversation rather than assuming that we're in fixed positions. And obviously from my point of view, I'm a Pauline scholar, I'm a Jesus scholar, I'm a biblical scholar. Some of the big questions about creation, about Adam, etc., come through that. And working with Biologos has encouraged me, compelled me to look at some of those passages in a new way, because the Biologos folks have asked me questions that, frankly, people in Britain usually don't ask. So that's been good for me, I hope.